I believe we are streaming to YouTube right now as I talk. So this is our first YouTube live stream, which should generate captions automatically for what we're doing. And I wonder if I can even see that on the feed. So if I go to live, I know we are live streaming. See now. This is my first time doing this, but I know we're live, so that's fine. It should generate captions, and then we should be able to throw that into ChatGPT and generate notes. And then we will need, obviously, to read over those notes and edit anything that is like we don't need or anything like that. But it should make our lives easier and maybe more. We might need to do less active note taking and more active talking and discussing, which is good, you know. So. Yeah, that's one of the things I've been working on. But let me do the intro real quick, yeah? And then we can... Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, this is the She Weekly Huddle. It is May 1st, 2:06 p.m. We've been doing this for a hell of a lot of time. And here's just another week. We missed last week, so we do have some stuff to talk about and things that we've been working on. This is the She Weekly Huddle, where we talk about she and the she community. We praise the goddess herself, and we talk about crypto, athletes, and the DAOs in between, specifically the She DAO. And we allow our community to join, and now we are streaming to YouTube for the YouTube audience. So that's fun, and hopefully this works out pretty well. Mainly we were using YouTube, if as you can see from our beginning conversation, just to get the live captioning, and hopefully it will also maybe I should take it off this dashboard. Hopefully it'll also maybe get new people into our DAO. Who knows? Excuse me. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Usually, for the first 15 minutes or so, we do some attestations in our govern instance. So I think we only have about 6 new attestations from Sandra, which I actually already saw because I attested to them in Discord as well. So I'm going to go ahead and attest to her 6 glute bridges because she's kind of killing it. I did not do my glute bridges today or this week at all, even though I really wanted to. Well, even though I set them up at the beginning, because I wanted to. I could still do one today though, so maybe I'll get that done when I leave this call.
I support you.
You should do it too, man. If you have a chance, but if not, that's okay as well. Obviously. We want you to set your own goals. So, how have you worked on anything in the last few weeks? What you been working on, man?
Life-wise or she-wise? She-wise, I haven't been. But life-wise, trying to survive and find a new place to move and dealing with movers and floor people and just stuff.
That's right.
Like it's literally life has just been throwing the wall at me recently. Like every other week we have some new person in the house making, I'll say quote unquote, some kind of renovations to the house, but more just disturbance in stuff that's going on.
That makes it pretty hard to get work done, I bet, man. You know.
It makes I can do anything. Like when your internet gets disconnected 3 times in a day, or when, it's literally 8 a.m. and they're hammering and nailing and playing Sorritos when you're all trying to work. It's been fun.
So we'll have to talk about that more. I don't want you. I don't want you to feel like you got to talk about that now in the live stream. Son of a
Sorry,
bitch.
live
It
stream
sounds
and
like a
chat.
son of a bitch.
Got a little
Yeah,
angsty.
well, it sounds like a fucking bitch, man. I mean, I for one can relate to loud noises while I'm working, and like, and my internet goes out every now and then. Like, it might go out during this call. Like, it's been kind of shaky recently. Obviously, I'm not at the level of like no one's doing construction and stuff, but it's a pain in the ass. It's a freaking pain in the ass. So I get that, man. Have you got? But I was more referencing though, if you your work life, how's your work life been going? What you've been working on, inside or outside of She? Pretty going.
So inside, I'll say inside she was. I haven't been really kind of. I'll just say not even like greater Web 3 wise. I've really just been working a lot IRL to make money to prep for moving. To be honest,
Sure.
that's kind of all. My priority is at the current is funds to move.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like,
gotta, that's that bear market life. You gotta do what you gotta do.
How about you? What did I miss last week?
Yeah, well, last week I was going to. I had this set up on the YouTube, so I was gonna do that, and then the liquidity stuff ran out, so now we can rage quit that and send the funds that we need to back to Yaler, and get our maybe get a raid guild build going with the rest of it. Just gotta discuss what we want to do. That's about 6-7K, I think. Panvala distribution. I don't know if it went out yet, but I know that the distribution ended. The endowment date was April 28th. I don't think they've calculated what they haven't sent anything out yet because mainnet prices are crazy because of all the Pepe stuff and probably. But
all these tokens, yeah, I forgot.
But yeah, so they that happened. I had a meeting with Mark, which I haven't heard back from him, so we'll see what
the server?
Yeah, Mark. M. Louis Charles is his screen name. I told him what we needed from him if he wanted. He said he was interested in a project management role, and I told him what a project management role would entail, and then I walked him through this. Actually, if I go to Excalibur, I walked him through this this thing I sent you that essentially kind of walks through the product. First, it looks at the user perspective, right? So this is kind of separate, but basically this looks at who we are aiming at.
Yeah.
So the creators versus the consumers. The consumers are our DAO members, right? So, and the creators are also DAO members, but in the future, hopefully. And then it talks about plugging into current streaming platforms, utilizing predictions, and then plugging that into our particle distribution. So this is a really nice little board. I don't think it's very polished, but it's a nice board for seeing the flow of the app and what we kind of want for the MVP.
Nice.
And basically what we want Raid Guild to build. So that's that. I've also been doing some work with DAO House as a working on getting a better way to drop tokens and mint tokens to our community than what we have now. Working on getting more like integrated tooling between SourceCred / Govern and DAO and Moloch and stuff like that. So that's cool. Been doing some stuff kind of outside but adjacent to make sure that we have infrastructure ready to do what we want to do with this product, right? Because right now, to be honest, the infrastructure isn't quite there to do everything we want to do. Specifically, like this tithe is going to be a lot, and then some of the prediction stuff, right, is also a lot. But most of the stuff around the distribution needs a lot of hacking on, right? Because this is really our main product right here, this particle distribution. Like, yeah, we have this is a means, but to have our weekly distribution go out on a weekly basis to our community, that was the original thing that brought people into the DAO. That was the original like moment. You know, that's where we got all of our followers, and that's where people are looking for. But we want to do it correctly, right? We want to make sure that we hoist our community up and don't just like pump and dump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's really the big thing. It's like we don't want to be another like meme coin. We want this thing to somehow have an engine behind it that will push it forward. And I think we have something here. So it's just about building that infrastructure. And doing that takes time. So we'll see how much we get from Panvala. If I go to the vote, I don't think we had that much voting power, since I think it was only... They do this like... Panvala does this quadratic voting, where if you have more people voting, like if you have more different accounts voting, it gives you more weight.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's not gated by anything. So I think what a lot of DAOs did is just like split up. Yeah, like this is just bonus. Like they basically just split up their pan to a bunch of different addresses and like had them, like I can't even see.
You have them vote?
Yeah, they just voted with a bunch of different addresses, essentially. Which, like, it's kind of scummy, but I mean, it's fine. They're just using the system. We could have done it, but then it was too late, you know? So...
Also morally against how we do things.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so we could have split it into, like... We only have, like, 400... Even though we had, like, 7,000 pan, only, like, 492 went to it. But this is just bonus matching. So all the stamps we got, we had a decent amount of stamps from like excess Emprende DAO people. What's up, Chio? Chio's here. So those stamps should do well for us. Also, shouts out to Emprende DAO with their 79,000 pan. Good shit, guys. We appreciate y'all.
Shout out Emprende.
Yeah, so going from getting our DAO house shares back and then doing the Panvala, we should be able to amass. Here, I can hear whatever is going on your screen.
Sorry, let me mute it.
Yeah, so maybe I see Mark in here too. What's up, Mark?
So I didn't know you were sharing. I won't say sharing your screen, but you're sharing your screen through the live stream.
Yeah.
And so I didn't. Yeah, that's why I said, oh, because I was like, oh, that's why you're not sharing it within the server.
I could.
That's okay. I can just have this up.
Oh, you're talking about the... Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I should have shared it within the server as well. My bad.
Yeah, because you've been talking about stuff, and I feel like you might have been like looking at things or like referencing something, but I was like, he's not sharing his screen, so...
Let me let me pull it up for you guys as well. My bad. You're right. So the live stream sees this, but you didn't. But this is the Panvala snapshot. where we have 492. It's like barely anything. It's not going to do anything for us. But then we have this as well, which is like the app layout that I wrote up for Mark. So we have let's just say we have about $6,000 to work with for an MVP, but we're not ready for. I don't think we should just throw money at an MVP like at builders right away. Because if we're not building anything to shill, that $6,000 is going to go right down the drain. Like we're going to have something built that no one gives any shits about, doesn't know how to use, and is just kind of like it's going to go on the wayside, and then we're not going to have any money or anything to it's going to be pretty degrading and it's not going to be fun. So a couple of things need to happen. I think first, this is stuff that Mark and I talked about. Is we got to revamp the site and revamp the docs. I've been talking about this the last few weeks, and I have done some doc revamping. Watch me just get in here, and if I go to G.energy, the lore, yeah. So putting up like I've done a couple pages of the new docs. They look the same, which is fine. I think these docs look great, look wise, but we do need a different context, right? Focusing on this like church of sports kind of idea, and also focusing on the new MVP. I've put up a couple doc pages, but we need to like really round out these docs, make sure they feel good. Make sure they have maybe some nice images as well inside of them that help correlate. And then we also need to revamp the landing page, which this is our current landing page is the old docs. It looks like this. But getting a landing page out that has, that has some sort of appeal and in relation to who we are as a DAO, we need to start there. And then we can go into, hey, Raid Guild, do you want to help us build this for $6,000? We can get like one smart contract dev and like one front end dev, and just like go for like $3,000, hire them for a month, 3,000 each, hire them for a month, and just go from there. That would be the way I do it, but we have to put in the legwork around the community and the company, or community and the DAO first, right? Make sure everything's set up so that when the app gets built, it's just finding money for a contract audit and making sure that we plug everything into our already existing community seamlessly. That would be things like minting our particle every week, right? This is what I'm working on, making sure our particle is minted. That'd be things like plugging into govern. So like if someone does a prediction on their stream, it automatically mints a govern contribution as well. Like things like that. We kind of need to get that stuff laid out. And if anybody has any ideas about what they have a bit, like if they look at it and they're like, this would be cool to do, please talk. Please let me know, or else I'm going to be the one doing all the decisions, and that's fine. If it is, it's okay, but I do want to hear feedback and I want to hear constructive stuff, that's either way, but I do want to hear from you guys. So while you're in the shower, or whatever, like hopefully just be thinking a little bit about what we have here.
It's the best place to think of ideas in the shower.
Dude. 100%. How you doing, Mark? I see you in here now.
Doing good. All right.
Good. I see some messages in the chat. Hola, Shio. Just sent out another pair of pants to someone who never received theirs. They never sent me their size, so we never sent them their pants. But that got taken care of, and he received them wholeheartedly, and it wasn't mad or anything, which is good. Excuse me. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Along the side of the documentation and where, so I've been working on a couple of these pages. Let me talk about the next page I've been working on, which is much more integrated, like a bigger page than for the She community, and kind of just an important page for She that we've never really written. It's always been kind of how he acted, but we never really wrote it down. And that's the idea of how that's based off the framework of religion, of the 7 pillars of religion, right? And now it's not like church or anything like that. It's just any religion at all has these 7 pillars. But I think they apply really well to making a community as well. Like, right, we meme ourselves as a religion, but really, on the real, if we talk about it in retrospect, we're just a community online talking about sports. We're not about to apply to any government establishments as a religion yet. Who knows? So these 7 pillars are really cool. So this is kind of an overview of them. You have 7 dimensions, right? You have the ritual, the experiential, the mythological, the doctrinal, the ethical, the institutional, and the material, right? And so if you go in, this has like its own explanation here of each of them. Right now we're in the ritual dimension, right? We have our organized weekly huddle where we're talking about She and all the things. So we do this every week, and we have a ritual of doing it every week. And then you could kind of read through these, but there are vast parallels to our community and how we talk about our community in these 7 dimensions. And so mimetically building on top of these dimensions, right, is really what I'm thinking about. Again, we're memeing a religion. We're not being a religion. So making this work for us, I think, fits really well. Right? And we have stuff that's in the works to do some of these things, like the material dimension, which is like the tangible artifacts of the community. That would be things like collecting the NFTs, right? That's things like making like making a prediction and having verifiable credentials on the blockchain. The doctrinal is our wiki, right? Ethical, right? Our ethics are that we want athletes to be monetarily self-sustaining, right? We want them to have their own ownership of themselves instead of it being the other way around, where you have the like one guy that owns everything, right? So there's a lot of parallels, and an example I wrote out was for the ritual dimension with just a couple like sentences. So we have stuff like the weekly huddles. We've done online competitions in the past. We do a govern attestation review. We record our huddles. We do weekly challenges. I'm not sure if all of these fit, but this was just my first like pass at it. So yeah, I will share this with you guys. If you guys want, I think the best help that either Scone or Mark you guys can do is go through this, and if you guys feel like something's being spurred from your core that you want to write about, add to this, right? Each one of them has a little blurb about it, but adding to what the blurb already is would be pretty sweet. I think that's top priority right now. Cool.
All right.
Cool. So I'm gonna put it to edit mode, and I'm gonna post it in the chat.
Is it worth putting in the notes so people know? Because then that would let random people edit it.
Actually, I didn't. I don't even think I put. Can you? If you click that link, can you edit it?
I haven't tried. Have you posted it yet?
I did post it, yeah. And then if you do make any work, I will help. Like, we'll basically share the pull request that goes into the docs, the docs PR, and you'll receive particle for your work. So it's not unrewarded.
Oh no!
You can't edit it, right?
It looks like I just have to sign in. So
what I would do is you could do that, or you could just copy the text and make your own version of it, so that we don't worry about. You don't worry about like people. I guess I can invite you guys as well, but just copy and make your own as well. I think that's fine.
About specifically just this 7 pillars, or just all of it in general?
Well, what do you mean? So this page is what I've been working on recently, and I think it's unfinished. And this is our top priority right now for our docs.
The 7 pillars page?
Yeah, like having a 7 pillars page and just organizing it appropriately. This tells people who we are as a community, right? This tells us what goes into us, what we do, and I think it rounds us out pretty well, right? So this page is a really important one. It's not a high money earning one. I wouldn't say like we need this to pull in dollar bills, but it does pull in. It's something we can reference when someone asks about our community and what we're about. That's why it's important. It has that cultural importance. And Mark, you were.
That's going to be on the homepage, right?
It's gonna be. It should be somewhere easily. Like, I think what we'll do is we'll have like a sub page about it, right? Like it'll just be under here. Like it'll say 7 pillars, but on our home, like on our landing page, we'll have a reference to these 7 pillars, right? Like on our nicely organized web page, we'll definitely reference this. Yes. Because it's. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree with like how it's community first. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something. I think we've always been community first. It's me, so I'm always been more on the dev side where it's like mint these tokens. Like how can we have everyone own their products? How can we, get people live streaming to the correct, so that we can reward them, right? How can we get liquidity? It's been a lot less of like the lore and the copyright stuff with me. So I'm delving more into copywriting and figuring out how to like write stuff that inspires people with this kind of thing. Jack of all trades. Cool. Yeah. Does anyone have any pages they'd like to see? I think the ones that we're missing are a page about the tithe that we're going to be implementing for the DAO, and then maybe just like another pink paper. Right now we have this pink paper, but what? Make a copy. What the heck? Okay. We have this pink paper right now. This would probably need to be adapted to the MVP, and this would be nice to have, I think.
I'll say, do you have a hack MD to the other pages?
They're on GitHub, if that's okay. I haven't actually merged anything. So if you go to the docs repository and you go into pull requests, they're all here. I don't have. I think I have like a. If you go to like this one, there is some of the HackMD stuff, but I think a lot of this is I edited a lot of it and like I made sure it was like formatted correctly. This is just like bare bones. So if you go to the GitHub and you go to the docs, all of these pull requests have like the it has like everything in the comment of the pull request. So I post that in the chat as well. But yeah, this is pretty much the contents of the page.
So one of the, I don't think biggest things, but just having, I don't even say consistency, but just consistency on like across the pages, just like making sure that the message is the same, and like what we're portraying. So like that's why I wanted to look at them.
Sure, totally, man. I think like when you say consistency too, what I think about is simplicity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's if we're talking about three different things in our docs, no one's gonna get it. But if everything's pointing at the same idea,
Yeah.
which is she, it should work out. It should be easy to understand, easy to grasp. And this goes back to that original comment that Barada told us, which was like, Barada had his own problems, but he said like, your DAO, it's not your job to teach people about Ethereum and DAOs and like all this stuff. It's your job to get them interested in in what you're doing, what we're focused on, not the technical stuff behind it. If we give them enough, they will learn the technical stuff, right? And if they don't learn it, they're just going to miss out. That's the idea.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, to be honest. Because, like, I'll say part of our content before, a decent part of it was on the educational side about just NFTs and bringing people into the space.
Yeah. It spreads us thin, I think. And it makes a lot of sense to, like, avoid that. So, all right, that's kind of what I've been doing. I'm behind on the. I haven't been doing the distribution calculations. I've been like, I'm split between so many projects. They're all kind of point back at She, or could be used by She, but just making sure that like, I also can pay my bills while doing stuff that I love. A lot of people in DAO House like what I'm working on. It's a plugin for the DAOs to be able to do Merkle drops.
Oh, nice.
A Merkle drop, if you're not familiar with, is like what Uniswap or not Uniswap. That's actually wrong. It's like what Optimism did and all that, and Arbitrum when they drop their tokens. It's basically like a way to drop a lot of tokens to a lot of different accounts without requiring a lot of gas. So, what you can do is you make this like Merkle proof that you upload to the blockchain, and then you allow people to claim from that Merkle proof. But what we want to do is mint DAO shares alongside that, right? So we want to start improving the decentralization of the She DAO, right? Because right now it's like me, Scone, and then a couple old contributors like Kilgore and Chair.
Yeah.
We want to actually build a real DAO. Like we had a real DAO, and then we were switched off of Aragon, and we never quite like went back to our previous glory of a DAO. So this tool should help us do that in a proper way.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And so we have a lot of interest it's called the Merman, because it's a mixture of Merkle and Shaman. So it's the Merman.
Yeah.
It's the Merman. And we have a little, yeah.
Oh my god.
So, I know, perfect name, I know. I came up with it, so you can just send your donations to me at chiliman.eth.
Is that your last name?
It's Chill E Man. Chill, like ChIllee man. So it's not quite as cool. But it's the here, I'll type it out. That's it right there. Chili man.
I thought it was gonna be like one. I thought it was gonna be one E.
You know what, I should get this one. Chiliman.eth. That way it's easier to explain. So I might go buy that one right now. Actually, I don't have enough fucking ETH in my wallet to do that. And gas prices are crazy.
Yes, gas has been insane.
Yeah, and somehow the price of Ethereum just keeps going down. Even though, dude, have you guys watched the burn rate of Ethereum from the 1559 burn rate? It's fucking crazy, dude. Look at this shit. Oh, I forget what it's
I wonder if it breaks under 18 today.
Dude, like every where is it? Look at this, dude. The supply in the last 7 days has gone down nearly 1%. It's at 1% a year dropping. Like it's crazy, dude. Because of all this gas, we're burning 1,600 ETH a year at this rate.
Just in gas.
So the way this works is, every transaction and like a little bit of Ethereum is taken out and burned. Like you instead of it sending it to the miners, it gets burned. It's like a monetary model they put in for Ethereum, and it released like a year ago, and so like you can see over the last 30 days how it's just like starting to fucking drop, so the supply of Ethereum. Oh, here we go. So this is the whole chart, I think. I don't know. I've actually never used this site. It's crazy, though. The supply of Ethereum is dropping every day, which basically means like it's getting more and more rare to have Ethereum in your wallet, and it's just like going nuts right now because whenever gas prices are high, it's burning more.
And then also, what is it called? Don't they say, what is it, dump in May, and then you come back during the summer?
I don't know.
Like thing.
Maybe.
But I also don't know, because...
Maybe. I'd give no market. I give no market advice, dude. I'm the king of failing miserably with market. As someone who held on to all of his honey, all of his raid, all of his particle, all of his house, while watching them dump like 100% or like 90%. Don't ask me.
Well, the particle one you had to hold, and then the other ones I have no comment on.
Yeah, I think in retrospect I should have sold a little bit for my own self. But I mean,
yeah.
I feels good that I didn't sell it. Does that make sense? Because I know some other people in the community did sell it, and they got bags. That helped them a lot. Like especially some of our community in where are they, Venezuela? Where's Chio from again? I forget. Chio,
yeah, I think Venezuela.
You're Venezuela, right?
Yeah.
I forget. I think it's Venezuela. They definitely needed that more than me, you know? So that's really cool, dude. It's crazy to think that Well, it was just an idea in like my garage with Scone and a couple of like has helped so many people's lives out actually. Like that's really fucking cool. Anyway, I don't have a lot more to talk about. I think every time I leave one of these meetings, I realize that I forgot to say something. So that'll probably happen again. But we'll just talk about it at next meeting. Oh, we need to do the next challenge. What do we want to do?
What was the one for last week?
It was glute bridges. So we've done walking lunges, feet raises, and glute bridges. So I really want. Oh my god, dude! Something's wrong. My throat hurts a lot. I really want to do something for like your back. So like chair dips might be cool. I don't know if people can do that.
But I feel like dips are for your
It's like triceps.
Your arms more.
It's like your triceps.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean triceps and like neck area.
yeah, I was like, I guess it's upper back, but like dips for me are more of an arm workout in the core if I'm doing like hanging dips.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to work out your back without a pull-up bar, you know. And we're trying to keep away from equipment.
Let's see. Hold on. What are good back workouts?
I really want to do at some point in time. I want to do Turkish get-ups. We just like no dumbbell, no kettlebell. This is them right here. Am I still sharing my screen?
Yes.
These are really good for you, like in terms of like movement. It's just there's a lot of steps, and you got to do it right. But these are like really good for your body because it's like getting up and getting down. Like every athletic trainer I ever had made me do these, and like they don't look hard, but they're like really really good for you.
I won't say that it's about looking hard. That's just like a full technique thing.
It's a lot of technique. It's a lot of technique.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The technique is definitely like intense. Because it's like you only get the benefit if you do it right. So this is something to work up to, I think. Like maybe we can do like a tutorial day or something like that. Maybe bring in like an athletic coach to do one of these. That'd be kind of cool.
How about a bird dog?
It's a bird dog. Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah, we could do stuff like Superman's or bird dog. Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah. It was just kind of the first thing that I thought about for back. Like, I know it's primarily kind of a core workout more, but I don't know. Like, I just don't know without equipment, like, what else to do other than, like, push-ups and stuff to work out your back.
This is solid. Let's do this one. I like it. I mean, yeah, like, you could do, like, Superman exercise like these. Right, where you hold and then go down. Let's do bird dogs.
Oh, those Supermans?
Yeah. Let's do bird dogs. Let's do it. I like your idea. You down?
Oh, yeah, I'm down with you. That's why I suggested them.
I know. Alright, let's call them bird dogs.
And the name is kind of cool, so that works too.
Yeah. Alright, boom. And then I'll tag everyone at everyone. Vote on next week's. Vote on this week's. Vote on the next weekly challenge.
I'm going bird dogs. Cause bird doggies!
Bird dog. Oh, it's like cat dog. Bird dog. Bird dog. All right. Cool. Maybe we'll get you doing one. How did you like the dice event? Oh, dude, Chio, the dice event was pretty sweet, man. Dude, your guys' Panvala she thing was really impressive. It was fun to watch and see you guys do that. Did you guys see Chio's video that they did on she?
I did not.
Let's watch it. Twitter. Emprendedao. I'll turn my sound up a little bit. Let's see, where is it? So this, they made like a little dice thingy, which is cool. Here it is. Yeah. So they did, if you can see it, he made this little dice with workouts on it. And they had this little event with Panvala and She and Emprende DAO with like in their community. And then they made this little like dice with workouts on it.
Yeah.
And they rolled it and then they had to do the workouts, which was, I thought was pretty fun. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's sick.
So
It's a super smart idea.
So it seemed kind of fun. So yeah, shouts out to them. I'm glad they put their contributions in the did a thing. So make sure to. I think they were in so he props them. So make sure to do that. And then they also did the did a thing as well, which I should look at the event banner. Yeah, here's the dice.
Oh, that's like a huge dice.
Yeah, it's cool. So, shouts out. Chio is continuing to be the community legend, I think, better than all of us. Good old. Let me tell him.
Yeah,
that.
won't even deny that one.
So.
Bro, that's awesome. A dice, that's so... I never would have thought of that, to be honest.
So, I don't have anything else to say. I think top priority is just working on the docs. So if you do go and read through and want to write some stuff, I think at the end of the day, what we'll do is like write whatever you want, and we'll throw it into ChatGPT and have them spit out like some good copy. Because honestly, it writes better copy. Like I'll write and then I'll be like, oh, it doesn't sound good, and then I throw it in there and it like reads really well. So. It writes better copy than I ever could. Yeah, we have the technology. Might as well use it. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else before I think I'm gonna do some glute bridges and then I'm gonna clean my room.
For this week's note, do you so does it send you like a copy of the notes anywhere that you can like look at, or how does that work?
So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go to the video. As long as it worked like I think it would, I'm gonna get the live captions, stick them into ChatGPT, and then send you what it spits out.
Okay, yeah, do that, and then I want to see like what that does, how it works, edit the notes and stuff, like put them with mine, see how it compares, and then kind of go from there.
I'm guessing we'll have to like edit it ourselves a little, like take out the personal stuff if there's anything and stuff like that. But it should be interesting to see what it's just an experiment. See what it takes.
But yeah, I just want to see like what it actually like took down.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting, man. So let me get out of here so I can do that.
Okay.